All right, so in this video, we're gonna go over the finish node, okay? The finish node is a required node in all your packages, okay? If you don't have it, you're gonna run into some issues, okay? Because it gives you the output that you end up wanting, okay? So with the finish node, the most important part I would say is the template, okay? The file name doesn't really matter, teaser doesn't matter, but I'll tell you what each of these things does, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to just add an input and see what we can do with that input, okay? So this is gonna be, let's just call this random text, okay? This is random text. And then we're going to add at random text in our template, and this will always return that text, okay? So this is just a very simple package. It's dumb. It's not going to do any browser node stuff. It's not going to do any, chat GPT stuff. It is strictly just showing how the finish node works, okay? So let's just run this, and if we run it, what's going to end up happening is it's just going to return what we put in, okay? So if our random text is hello everybody, if we run this package, it will come back with hello everybody, okay? So that's what happens, okay? Now, let's go through each of these things, okay? So in the previous video, matchup steps, that's just like a group by, right? That keeps everything together, and that's useful for loop stuff. That's useful if you have like a CSV file, if you're processing lots of things and you want to keep them together each step of the way. The one thing, each row, keep it together. So we don't actually need to fill that out for this example, but teaser, I will tell you why teaser comes in handy, okay? So I'm gonna add a JS node. All right, don't freak out about that, but in this JS node, we're actually gonna get the length of the random text, okay? So if I add at random text, I'm gonna return, let's return input.length, okay? So this will tell us how large the text is, how many characters it is, okay? So in our teaser, let's see, in our teaser, we can put number of characters. Let's add an emoji. All right, so characters. All right, so if we run this package and it's still hello everybody, when it finishes, on that left-hand side, we'll see something that says 15 characters, okay? So that's just an easy, the teaser is an easy way to see like what the package did. This is useful. I use this for packages where, for instance, I made a package on the Google Flights package. This will show you the cheapest flight. Like it's a cool way to at a glance see a summary of the package result if you want it. You don't need it. So let's kill that, and it'll just be, regularly how it was before, which is just completed. That's really what it says when it's done. So anyways, let's go to format, okay? Oops, let's add this random text, okay? Let's go to format, okay? Format, text is the default format. If we go to Markdown, this allows us to use Markdown. Markdown is just a syntax that converts it back to HTML, so this will be an H2 tag, and let's say, what's the random text? One more time, and then we can add random text to the bottom, okay? So Markdown lets us write Markdown. If we run this, it'll be Markdown, okay? And it'll just say hello everybody twice. JSON, this will render it as JSON. So if we do random text, this is useful if you're debugging something. So if I made this a JSON object, it will render this as, it'll render this as a JSON object, okay? So I can expect it, and it's pretty, and this is useful for debugging. Let's go down to, let's see, HTML is just raw HTML. Table, this one is another good one. So it'll take your data, and if it's structured like this, all right, and if you use the the JS runner, or you use any of these other nodes to structure your data in this way, what ends up happening if you choose to format it as a table is it will render it like this, all right? And this will let you export it as a CSV, okay? This is what's happening in, I think I have a package. Let's see if I have a Google search package. There's maybe a Google search. Let's see. No, that one is not the one I'm talking about. Let's see here. Yeah, Google search table. Okay, so what this does is if we run this, right, and you can see the finish node here, the format is table, okay? If we were to run this package, let's see, barbers in Miami, Florida. If we ran this, all right, yeah, so it'll format it just like this, and you can export this because the finish node is formatted as a table, and split results basically formats it in that way where it's an array. Yeah, so it's formatting as an array, and it does what it needs to do so that we get that every time. All right, so back to our node testing. Yeah, so I think that is it for the finish node. You can get your data back a lot of different ways, but the finish node is essential. Template is where you put the content that you want rendered at the end of the day. It goes in template. File name, you can put anything there. But yeah, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, straight to the group. All right. See you. Have a good one.